Hi guys, welcome to our English talk show. Today we are very honored to have invited a very prominent Hollywood producer and also writer Stephen Hamel to be on our show. Hi.
Hey everybody.
Welcome to China, welcome to our talk show.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm okay, you know. I'm here in Beijing and meeting some people. It's been great. How are you?
I'm doing great because I'm seeing you here.
Cool.
Makes me feel great.
Nice.
It's a highlight of my day.
Oh, fantastic.
Do you often come to China?
I do, yes. I've been spending a lot of time in China the last year and a half. I absolutely love it, and I find it a really incredible sort of complement to my business in Hollywood. So making Chinese language films and TV, and also these things we call co-productions, which are a mix between Chinese and American elements.
I see. We see more and more co-production going on nowadays. What do you think is the driving force behind it?
Well, it's because those are movies that can play to a global audience, and I think that's important in today's world. But there are also ways that we can combine our forces together from the two cultures and from many different perspectives to create one story or one content. For me, not everything is a co-production. Co-productions are very difficult to do.
What's the most challenging thing in your opinion?
Well, the most challenging is to make it feel organic and make it feel natural and not like you're pasting on different pieces of a puzzle that don't go together. It has to be a story that really makes sense and feels natural. So that's the biggest challenge, is the story.
I see. Yeah, because of different cultures, you have to make the two different cultures compatible. Right?
Yeah, you could say that. Sure. I mean, it's just you want to make sure that you when you're watching the movie, you're not saying here's the Chinese part, here's the American part, here's the Australian part. You just want to watch a story that makes sense and that's powerful.
I see. So by comparison, what are some differences or similarities have you found out between Chinese movies and Hollywood movies?
Oh, there's lots of differences and similarities. I mean, obviously when it comes to comedies in China, those are very different than American comedies.
Different sense of humor.
Yeah, and I go to the movies all the time here, and I'll be sitting in a theater watching a comedy, and people are laughing their heads off. I'm not exactly sure why it's so funny, but I enjoy being there.
Maybe the translation is not good.
No, I don't know.
Sometimes.
It's culturally, but not all the comedies are like that.
Okay.
Still, I love them. But I just think that there's different approaches. Just the cultures are so different between China and America. But we have one universal expression between us, which is we all love. We all look for passion in our lives. We all live on this planet. We have a universal kind of experience and collective experience as human beings. And I think that the idea is to tell stories that connect to that, so that everyone can relate to it. And sometimes stories get a little lost, or they become so localized that other cultures can't really understand it. But for me, I love the expression of Chinese film, and what I'm trying to do is add a little bit of my perspective to it to see if I can complement what it is already. So among all the movies you participated in so far, which one do you think is the one you're most proud of? Oh man, it's really hard. I mean, I'm proud of all of them for different reasons. There was a movie I made that people really loved in China called Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris
quite
Pratt.
popular a few months ago.
Yeah, a lot of people really like that movie.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, and I have some new movies coming out now. And just about to make a couple more now, so I'm busy, and I just you put everything you have into your movies, and you do the best you can, and but I'm excited about trying to make Chinese language films, which is what I'm doing right now, and Chinese language TV, and so we'll see what happens.
Good, I'm sure good things will happen.
Thank you.
With the help of you.
I hope so. Yeah, no,
How about go back to the very beginning? Can you tell us in the first place, how did you get involved in the movie industry?
I got involved in the movie industry from a very artistic perspective. I was working as an artist before, and just found that the mediums that I was working with all seem to correspond to the moving image, which is motion pictures.
Yes.
And so I was living in Paris, France at the time, and so I started to get into making French films and European cinema, and directing some things as well, not just producing and writing. And that led to sort of a discovery of a bigger sort of vision for the world, and of course of Hollywood, which is what I'm doing today. So I'm producing with a guy named Keanu Reeves.
Very famous. Popular in China.
He's my producing partner, and we have a company together. So we make a lot of movies
together. The company is called Company Films.
Yeah.
What's it like working with him?
He's fantastic. He's a really very talented man, and a wonderful person, very hardworking, and it's great. Does your audience like movies?
Definitely. Most of them are, young guys, especially, many young guys are quite curious about getting involved in the movie industry. As an experienced person like you, expert like you, can you maybe give them some advice?
Just dive into it, try and find yourself a position or a job getting someone coffee on a movie set, anything to just get on there, to be around it, to taste it, to smell it. If you are interested in stories, start writing stuff, and don't worry about failing. Failing is okay. You learn how to succeed through failure.
I see. Yeah. Wow, cool. So remember that. That's the way. That's a secret of
succeeding. Hard work
in the movie industry.
Don't worry. It's lots of hard work. Don't do it for the money. Okay.
For your passion.
You do it because you love that, and if you do it, if you love it enough, you'll do very fine. But don't do it for the money. Don't do that.
Okay, keep that in mind. Thank you so much for taking the interview.
Yeah, man, sure. My pleasure. Good luck with your show.
Thank you. How about, before we finish up here, any other words you may want to say to the Chinese audience?
Well, I'm interested to know what they think. I was just trying to imagine how they can get in touch with me, but there's no real way in terms of my my social media.
They can Baidu you or Google you.
Yeah, I guess
so. Follow your coming up movies.
Yeah, there might be
shows.
a Weibo or something out there of me that they can look at.
Yeah, you do have a Weibo account?
I don't know. I do.
Okay.
So they can see some stuff on there. I'm looking forward to being able to provide them lots and lots of content as we move forward. So thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
A real pleasure. Yeah, looking forward to seeing more wonderful works for you.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.